It has been so long. I
Forgot how to do this.
How
do we
open
talk
a
about
podcast?
stuff?
How do we do that?
Yeah.
How do we start a one-sided conversation with somebody else?
Yeah.
Has it really been that long?
It's
Okay.
It seems
I've
like
only
it's
lived
been-
here 2
yeah,
months.
yeah.
I know,
We've done
but
2
it-
episodes
it's been
in
a
this
while.
house.
It
It's been
seems
a
like
while.
it's been forever.
It's been a very long couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Well,
So-
everybody, thanks for coming back.
Welcome back to the
Small Town Jake's podcast. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Accidentally
Amazing. Hey, we were in
We
sync
nailed it.
there. Perfect.
We're just
Welcome
gonna-
back, everybody. This is the podcast where my co-host Jake Carruthers
And my co-host Jake Wilson.
and our producer Will Curry
Hey.
hang out and talk about the really important topics, the ones that are gonna
Yeah,
Okay.
just basically politics and religion and stuff like that.
It's mostly
So,
that.
if you're not into that, you might want to just tune out now.
All
because,
opinion,
yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, and always,
This is my hard
always
opinion,
topical stuff.
and I'm gonna just talk about it for
You know what really grinds my gears?
yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for coming back. We're here once again at Workshop Studios, and it's
On the comfy couch again. I love it.
Yeah, welcome back to the casting couch. So
I know it kind of feels like a casting couch because it's like there's a blank wall behind me, and it's just like one really nice couch. I'm like, okay.
I mean, it's not-
what's
so what do you
going
do
on
for
there.
school?
It's not well, I just that's
It's not that nice. It doesn't even have the right feet on it. It literally came out of the garbage. It
yeah.
Oh, sweet.
was rescued out of a furniture store discard, so
But-
it had some scuffs on it.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We missed you. I hope you missed us.
I think we know
Sorry,
they have.
sorry about
Doing it again.
missing some release dates.
Yeah,
Been really consistent, but we've been
we've
incredibly
both been crazy busy.
incredibly busy.
Yeah, like I got a bunch. I've been moving. I moved out of the small town of Joyce
Moving sucks.
to the small town of Port Angeles.
He's
bigger.
back, baby.
Yeah, so I'm living in the small town. Small town Jakes living near each other, same town.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yep. It's really nice, but God, I hate moving. Moving is the worst.
I will say that already Jake has made it to a Sunday ride, which was a lot harder to do when he was trying to come in from Joyce to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because I had to throw my bike in my truck and
And just, yeah.
there and back's $20 in my Titan. I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's expensive.
But this time you just got to ride down to the...
Yep, it was two blocks from my house. I was like,
You're
yeah,
like,
I
"That's
can't miss
perfect.
this
I,
one.
I could hit this one up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
That
the
was
sun- the
yesterday.
suns- yeah, it's
Yeah.
our we're in a bike gang, Sunset Slow Riders. If anybody wants to look it up, there is a Facebook group that you can join and come on a ride with us.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Just a
On any given day, you'll find a Jake along.
yes, those usually one. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
there's two. And yeah, it's just a fun thing that we do. Just
It's always nice to
Group
get
of
out.
friends
Really.
friends and new people too. There's
Yeah.
a new
To
guy at
socialize
the-
with
yeah.
with people.
There's always
and,
new
like,
people and just
get
ride
outdoors
together.
and enjoy the area because we got a
Yeah.
beautiful area. So it's a shame if we were to neglect just going to a lot of these
No.
cool places.
It's shocking
And-
how excellent every ride is.
Yeah,
Every single one.
Always like wildlife, and then on top of that, it's the sunset all the time. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
we
You get to
end
watch
with the sunset, and it's
stuff.
great.
Everybody knows I'm a sunset enthusiast, so I
So-
love it. Like when I found out about it, I was like, "Phew, count me in. But I've been so busy, I haven't been able to go in 2 months.
Yeah, well, and before that, I was in the same boat. I pretty much go to every ride, more or less, and I missed 4 in a row when I was
I think
moving.
I missed like 3 in a row, like just lately. Like
And it's just a nice casual, slow ride with friends, and we drink beers and
yeah,
stop and take smoke breaks. And this last time we went down to the Elwha River, and we were all
Yes.
watched the salmon spawning.
dude.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Like,
that was pretty cool.
I felt kind of like a perv.
Oh yeah, you
But-
definitely. We were watching salmon porn in
It was
person.
just like it was like
But it was cool to see them like doing their thing and stuff. I winked at it one. I was like, and he winked back. He's like, yeah.
yeah.
Hey, baby, want to
Then
swim over
the
here
other one
and
was
die?
like, "Don't look at me while I'm doing it.
Fish can wink. Don't look it up.
Don't look it up."
Don't look it up.
Oh, so,
Holy factual podcast.
I mean, I
But,
know
yeah.
what Nirvana said, but sometimes fish do have feelings.
But yeah, the Elwha River, there's lots of fish coming up it.
Yep.
I don't know what kind of salmon that was.
I think those were silvers. They're pretty big.
Because
though.
they
Maybe-
weren't pinks and they weren't humpies.
No. Yeah, I think they were silvers. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know
I don't have
shit
nothing to do with
about
fish.
fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
Not a fisherman myself.
the water was really low, so like they're like
Coming up the rapids.
surfing up the like belly to rocks, and like you can see their fins like in the air.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
some real
Yeah, they're halfway out of the water
No.
through some sections.
Yeah.
and they're like just
Yeah.
punching hard to get upstream, and then relaxing. They won't do anything until we come by, and then they're like,
You know what they're doing when they're relaxing. Never mind. But no, I mean,
Hey, don't you think that's kind of weird
I
how
love-
fish have sex or like reproduce?
Oh, yeah.
It's like the chick fish is like
I'm gonna dump this here, and then you dump your shit there, and
no, like the chick. My coworker said it like this to me today. It was so funny. He said, well, you know, like the woman fish sits there and she like kind of like looks, doesn't even like look at him, but is like, okay, I'll do it. And I'm gonna lay my egg. And then like swim away and be like, here, go and whack off on that.
yeah, and then like 5 guys come over. Yeah, it's nature's kind of gross. But yeah, no, that was a fun fucking ride. I'm glad that we
Dude,
got to go out and do
Wildlife.
that.
Yep.
Dude.
Every time.
So that's what we did last night.
Elwha River is healthy with fish. Dam removal was a good thing. That dam didn't generate any electricity, so it wasn't doing anything. So
Yep.
it's glad that we got rid of it. And
No, I said no political stuff. We're getting. Oh no! Stop.
oh yeah, very controversial.
Oh no!
Very,
our
very.
our pro dam for
It's such a
listeners
success
are going to be
story.
so
There's,
angry. Like, put the dam back up. Put the dam back up.
Yeah, they're using it as a model for dam removal around the world.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
So,
it's
yeah.
like one of the biggest dam removals. Look it up. I think there's a movie about it and everything.
Documentary, yeah.
Yep. Sure there's a couple.
One
But
or
yeah,
two.
yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I've been moving out of Joyce, moving into town, moved over on the west side of town, and it's really awesome. I haven't lived in Port Angeles, and I think we were talking on the way over here, like 15 years. I think it's been since I lived in.
Jake's
Port
never lived
Angeles.
in my town
Yeah.
since I've known him.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah. Last time I was living here I was 21 when I was living here, and then I bought property out in Agnew between Port Angeles and Sequim, and then I moved back out to Joyce. And
Yeah.
yeah, but now I work.
Where's
in town.
Agnew's post office?
It's
Agnew's incredibly small.
Yeah, there's one in
Like a
Carlsberg.
neighborhood.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's the.
There's
That's the
in
Carlsberg one. I thought every town, little village had to have their own post office. Apparently not.
No, I don't think Agnew's considered anything.
I still don't understand the post office at Grandview.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
that?
I don't know.
It's just a bonus, man.
We're getting way too
So
local
weird.
for the people that.
Yeah,
are from
it's
around
like,
here.
who wants Starbucks? I want the post
Yeah.
office.
Hey, if you tune into Small
Get
Town Jakes and
spammed.
don't hear about small town post office gossip,
Hey,
then,
this is good stuff.
Why would
This
you
is
even
good
listen?
stuff.
Yeah.
This is premium content.
But yeah, it sucks moving, and it's always like, oh, I don't have that much stuff, and then like once you actually get everything together, you're like, fuck, this is gonna be like 5 trips. It was
5 trips.
no fun.
God damn you. 5 trips.
Yeah, well, 35 minutes one way, 35 minutes.
Did you
back.
borrow a truck?
Well, I have a truck.
Oh, yeah.
I used my truck. Yes.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I thought you got rid of it for some reason.
No, I basically gave.
It's always
I
rolling the Malibu. It's just
Right. Yeah.
No, I
hear about the truck. I don't ever see
I
it.
basically just gave my truck to my dad because I'm not really using it, and he needs it while we're building their new house.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
How's that
something
coming
I'm
along?
doing. Yeah, we just we got all the windows and doors in over the weekend.
All the exteriors, so it's
Yep,
It's
and there's just a
sealed
little,
buttoned up.
little bit more siding to do, and then everything's done on the outside, and then
Oh,
we just
cool.
have to do, like, we just got to knock out insulation, drywall, all the electrical, plumbing, everything. We already got all that stuff done. I'm moving the trailer over there next week, and yeah, we'll have it done here probably November.
Dude, that's
They'll
awesome.
be living in there, so yeah.
I know it sucks to to have to like build a house every time you move, but like
It
you're
is.
like
I
getting
know.
pretty good at it.
Yeah.
That's awesome just to
Yeah.
be able to build a brand new house like
Like
that.
my
And
dad,
that's what I,
my dad said. He's like, "This is the last fucking house I'm building." It's like after this, I'm fucking done.
no more houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like my parents almost bought a place from you guys that was unfinished.
Oh, like back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because we used to, like buy houses and then like fix them up a little bit or do stuff, and then after.
But I feel like we were in talks to buy an unfinished house.
maybe.
Yep.
Yeah,
I feel like it was your
probably.
dad that my parents were
Yeah.
talking to.
But
Yeah.
long story short, my parents used to live on my property with me, and when I got divorced, we had to sell the property. So basically, like, they lost their house, and I gave them all the money that I got from the divorce, and then we went and bought some property nearby and are building them a new house because they totally got fucked over in my divorce, and so I just gave them all my money, and we're close to being done with. It's been a little over like a year and change, and we're almost done like building their house and stuff, and they'll be moved in. And,
That's a really tough spot that how all that rolled out.
oh yeah, and it was a shitty situation, but
I don't mean to like.
I'm
wanna
just glad.
dwell
Well,
on
no,
it,
no,
but
no.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just glad that they're fucking taken care of. That's all that fucking
Yeah,
matters.
yeah.
Because I'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I moved into town because I've been living in my buddy's basement for a long time since I had to sell the house and stuff. And yeah, I just moved in with my buddy Amanda. So shout out to Amanda. You're fucking awesome. Me and Amanda have known each other for like 25 years.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We met out at Grange Camp.
Perfect.
Listen
Summer
back
camp.
to summer
She
camp
saw your
episodes. I think I don't know. I'll have to ask her when I get home tonight. Were you up there when? Yeah.
Hey, quick question. Have you seen my penis before?
you see my wiener when I was? Yeah.
Hi, I just got
yes.
home, but
Context to people that are listening for the first time, we talked about the most embarrassing moment of my life was at summer camp when I got pantsed in front of like 200 girls. Like all the girls from the whole camp were up on the balcony, and a couple counselors like held me and then pantsed me, underwear and all, in front of all the girls. So yeah. That was. I waited like 9 months to build up to saying that one, and then you're just bringing it up all the time now.
I'm sorry.
that's how the Band-Aid
Yeah.
works. Once it's ripped off, you know.
But no. Amanda was out at camp, and we've known each other from camp and stuff for forever. And then she needed a roommate, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I need to be out of Joyce." So
Nice.
yeah, I'm living there, and it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It's so nice living in town. It's 7-minute drive to work.
Perfect.
It was 35 minutes there and back. I mean,
Ugh.
or 35 minutes there, 35 minutes back to work. I was fucking in the car for an hour.
That's as bad as when I worked in Squim and I had a 35-minute commute.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're living one town over from where you work.
and
It's
when you're
annoying.
driving for an hour and 10 minutes a day just for fucking work, that adds up a lot.
Well, when I was living in the city and like commuting for a half hour, you can get pretty far because of the highway systems and stuff that are in place there, the infrastructure.
Not
But
out
here it's like one main vein. If there's
Yep.
something going wrong, like you're held up as well as everybody
if somebody
else.
wants to drive 40 and a 45 and then speeds up whenever there's a passing lane and then slows back down, and
if they decide to remove bushes from the side of the highway,
Where did I
Yep.
see that? I saw.
we were cleaning Morse Creek and it backed up for.
yeah,
I was out towards. I was
we live in
I
a
was by-
small town.
I was by Lower Elwha gas station, and I was driving back into town, and there was a semi coming, and out of nowhere I saw this like red car pull out into the median, the turning lane,
Yeah.
and pass the semi, and get back into the road like as I'm driving towards it. I was just like, that was a ballsy move.
Crazy sons of bitches.
It's like, okay, all right,
Speaking
stay out of your way.
Speaking of crazy traffic, I was going to talk about. I just went to a concert the other week. That's why we couldn't record.
Right? Yep.
I went over to Seattle and I went and saw the Gorillas,
So sick.
which was so fucking awesome because I've been a
That
fan
is
since I was a
so-
kid. Not really too into their new stuff as much, but like, I mean, everybody knows like Clint Eastwood and stuff, and
2000.
I mean, there's just
Yeah, and Dare.
Dare,
It's there.
yeah, Feel Good Inc.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah, all those
All
songs.
those.
Yeah, so I mean, I grew up on the like those first couple albums.
How long
were
did you
fucking
know
amazing.
about the concert?
Well, Phil, my old roommate, he was on the drug episode. He
Half of it.
Yeah, half of it. Yep. You have to listen back to that one to see what happened in the second half and why he wasn't there. But he had got the tickets for like his birthday or some shit. And it was like there were some people that were gonna go, and he told me about it, and he was like, "Dude, do you want to go?" And I was like, "Dude, I can't drop $150 on a ticket. Like, I'm sorry." And then like some people backed out, and then it was like literally 4 days before the concert, he was like, "Do you want to go to the concert for free and have the hotel paid for and everything?" And I was like, yes. It was like
Oh,
just a
that's-
couple of days before
What a
my-
good guy.
just a couple days before my birthday, which shout out happy birthday to me last
Yeah,
Shout
and that
out
was
your
another
last
thing.
birthday.
Yeah, I know.
Birthday.
It's sad enough
So
that I have to
cringy.
do that because you fuckers aren't gonna say anything. Yeah, it was my birthday last Monday, and the Monday before.
Hey, I texted
was
you
when
the
I went-
morning of your birthday.
I know you did.
I
You're so
said
sweet.
I said something the next day at work.
You did.
That's the best I could do.
Yes. But yeah, so it was like just a week before my birthday, and it was pretty awesome. Yeah, they were just like, "Dude, you've been going through so much shit and stuff." They were like, "Here," and I was like, "Fuck yes, I will take a free concert and the Gorillas." It was amazing. The seats were fucking. We were right above the box seats. We were like 10 feet above the box seats
Cool.
in the new Climate Pledge Arena, the old Key Arena for you older folks. And it was like, oh God, we were like right there, and we were on the edge, like right in the middle. It was just amazing seats.
That is so
It
cool.
was so fucking great. And we had a blast. But speaking of bad traffic, getting there was horrible. So they tried to get a hotel room on the day of the concert.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bad mistake.
that's not how you do
Oh,
hotels.
It was also the first Seahawks game,
Oh.
and it was in Seattle
well, that should have been very
against-
popular. I mean,
against Denver.
Yeah.
So our
Wait.
old quarterback,
that was the biggest thing.
Russell
the
Wilson, our
drama.
old quarterback, was coming
Our
back to Seattle.
ex-boyfriend.
Our ex was
came
coming
to
back.
our house.
Yeah,
so everybody just decided to stay home and not watch the game, right?
exactly.
Right? Yeah, is that what
Yes.
happened?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there was no hotel rooms anywhere in Seattle. We had to get one down by Tacoma. It's like this little
Jesus.
spot right before Tacoma.
Fife?
No,
I'm so glad we won that
forget where it
game.
was. Yeah, but we did win. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, so we
We
yeah.
contributed.
Yeah.
All of us.
Oh, yeah.
I
of
didn't
course.
contribute at all.
I'm not a bandwagoner, so just being alive helps.
Yeah.
But we decided to drive down around to go to Tacoma and stuff
Mm-hmm.
rather than taking the ferry and everything.
Yeah.
Because
the-
we were gonna just check in at the hotel and then like Uber up there, or Jason was gonna drive, or we were gonna figure it out. And we start going around right when we hit Bremerton, like traffic slowed, and so it was me and Phil in one car, and then his sister Val and her fiance Jason were in the car, in another car in front of us. They like text us like 5 minutes ahead of us. Hey, we're in traffic. Like it's slowed way down. Turns out a dump truck, or it was not a dump truck, a garbage truck had flipped over right there on the corner at was it not Gorst, but
those are heavy
right after
trucks.
right after Bremerton, like right by the
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about, that little turn.
After Bremerton,
Yeah.
Before, like around,
Like when you're going around the water,
Yeah.
and there's like sharp turn.
like the road that heads right goes to Belfair, but I don't know the name of that place that you're talking about. But,
Yeah. Well, anyways.
but anyway, that
You know what I'm talking about? There's
Port
right there on
Orchard
the turn.
area?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, anyways, I can't remember what it's called.
it's some little.
Yeah. Anyways, it's where it comes to like 3 lanes, come to 2 lanes, come to 1 lane, and it had flipped right in the 1 lane. And
Paulsbo, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
You're way off.
Way away from
You're
Paulsbo.
way away
Okay.
from Paulsbo. But anyways, so they ended up having to like shut down the whole highway and stuff. So we ended up sitting there, and we moved. I think we moved a mile.
Gorst.
Yeah, yeah. And
Gorst.
we
Okay.
I was right the first time. Why
You were.
We didn't even have to go into the whole thing.
No, but
Yeah,
you
you
second
need to
guessed
believe in
yourself.
yourself a little bit more.
Yeah, sorry.
Believe in yourself.
I don't know shit over there. But it took us like 2.5 hours to move like a mile, and like I had to pee when we started.
Oh,
Like when
God.
we slowed down, and I was like,
And for anyone who hasn't followed the podcast, when Jake has to pee, Jake has to
I
pee.
gotta pee. Yeah. So I kind of had to pee a little bit, and I was like, okay.
If anyone who has been following the
can't
podcast have noticed
yes.
very sudden breaks in the
yes.
podcast.
We're gonna stop right now. I gotta pee.
Bye. We'll be right back.
And
guys.
then like after like an hour, Phil's like, dude, I gotta pee too. And then it took us like an hour and a half till we could like get up to a section where we could like pull off. And then we said, screw it, we're gonna turn around and go back to the ferries. Because like they were not way ahead of us, but they were like a half mile ahead of us in traffic, and they had already missed their last exit. They were just stuck there. So we're like, we're gonna turn around at this point, our last spot where we can turn around. And it took us getting off the highway and then back on to head back the other way. It took us an hour.
That sucks. That
Just
sucks when
getting-
you get
yeah,
stuck
and-
in those situations where there's only
Yeah. And traffic was just horrible, and everyone was being crazy. People were driving on the wrong side of the road and in the ditch to try and get around people and stuff, and it was madness.
Get me
But
out of here.
anyways, so we're like almost down to like Narrows, and we turn around and come back up to go hit the ferry and just take the ferry over to downtown Seattle. But it was backed up from Gorst to Silverdale, which is a really long way. Like stopped
And the ferry
not moving.
And the ferry can have like big delays,
Yeah.
especially on the weekends.
We
and
got
stuff.
there within, it was like 5 minutes before he was leaving it, but we showed up at the concert, like got into the parking spot, and we had 35 minutes before the concert started.
Yeah.
So we ran over to the closest bar, and we're like, drinks. It's
Yeah.
like double fisting it, like, okay, here we go. All right, I'm not going to pay money in the fucking thing to have beers.
Reminds me a great deal of when we went to see Tom Petty and did the same thing where like we ended up taking a foot ferry from Bremerton to get to Seattle because everything else was fucked. And and we got there and we walked up and there were huge lines down the city blocks trying to get into the show.
Yeah.
And like we had to go to Will Call, so we walked to the other side of the stadium and get the tickets from Will Call, and I'm like, man, people are going up the entryway from the parking garage, and we can just walk up the parking garage. So we walk up a spiral set of stairs, walk across one of the little like landing, entryways, and go right into the show. so we're like, holy shit, we got to walk all over her Will Call. Then we got to go back and get in line. We're really not going to make the show. We're going to be so late.
Yeah.
And instead ended up getting there just in time to actually see the main show.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nice.
So it was like,
Sometimes it
it was
works
like
out.
fiasco.
when we were on the ferry, traffic had got through down there, so they were able to make it down, check in at the hotel, and then drive up, and they met us there like 15 minutes before the show started. So it's like we spent, and then like it was funny because every once in a while Google.
So how long did it take? Like
It was 5 hours and 45 minutes
Jesus.
to get to downtown Seattle.
Sorry, Jesus.
Yeah. So that was from Port Angeles.
I mean, you can realistically drive to Seattle and back in 5 hours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. 5.5 hours from Port Angeles to Seattle, because I got like a thing like the next week, and it was like, Google, would you like to relive your trip to wherever? And I was like,
Nope.
oh, actually, let me check it out. And then it was like, boom. And then it was like, went 1.1 miles in 2.5 hours.
Jeez.
I just like, but at the prospect
Yeah.
of reliving it,
But
you're like,
then
no,
it was-
I don't.
yeah.
I didn't like it the first
But
time.
then it was like, okay, because like I got my oil change. So it was like Jiffy Lube to the Seattle ferry, 5.5 hours. It was a shit show.
Wow.
But the concert was fucking amazing. Like, just fucking blew my mind. The visuals and stuff, and then like having
wait, what were you
all
doing before the
people-
concert?
Yeah, sorry. The visuals were amazing. The tracers.
You
were
know,
fucking
speaking of
hardcore.
venues, I went to one of the things I did last week was I went to Field Hall Event Center and took a tour around the entire building.
Where's that at?
It's on the waterfront. It's
Oh,
that
the
new
new-
the
building.
big empty
the
building
new
on the
place?
waterfront.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's got a performance hall.
yeah.
It's got like even like an
I didn't
upper
know
level.
they'd opened it yet.
It's
was
not
like
open.
It's not open.
Yeah.
yet.
Oh, you're just some kind of fucking fancy ass VIP
What-
here in
Well,
in
I
town and-
He knows
I
people.
possibly
I know
might
people.
be doing some work for the Field Hall Event Center. They're talking about like getting a bunch of tables
Oh, nice.
and doing some really cool things, but it's still just like in the works. We don't know if it's actually going to happen, but
It's worth planning for, though.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
I went down
That'd
there
be
and
really
I took
cool.
a tour of the place and
3
went in there.
hour
It's
tour.
so cool in there.
It looks cool from the outside.
Yeah. It's got some good spaces. There will be a cafe in there. There'll be a place for you to get coffee. And then
in such a
there's
prime
going to be
location.
a main hall for performances.
Right.
I saw where like the VIP dressing rooms are. There's like 2 VIP dressing rooms that are like pretty big, and they got their own shower and stuff.
Actually bring in real
Ooh.
talent.
Yeah. It's,
Well, and they
Yeah, I'm
do-
excited to see like, fuck man, bring somebody out here, even if it's like,
yeah,
Not-
it's gonna
not
be so.
huge
I can't
bands or
wait
anything,
to
but
see
just-
anybody who.
I fucking love live music, and we have nothing
Well,
out here.
I was
Yeah.
going to say that
Well,
they
we
have been doing
to go
stuff
to Seattle to
in
see
their
shit.
outdoor,
Yeah,
which is
So-
also really cool. Where they like the whole building makes a little amphitheater
Yeah.
itself.
So it's not
which
as
is neat.
big as say the auditorium at the high school. The auditorium at the high school is
Yeah.
the
Massive.
biggest thing around here. But
Massive.
I mean, I went to live music just Saturday night. Yeah, I think it was Saturday night. I went to go see folk music at the Elks.
folk music.
Yeah, at the Elks Lodge. Up there,
was
right on
playing?
the
They have
corner.
it on the
Who's
dance
playing?
floor.
Yeah. There's with the stage. And,
Yeah, because they also
yeah.
have a pretty good little.
Yeah,
performance
it's a
venue
pretty
there.
cool. So they had chairs set up, and then
Or
then
definitely,
there's the
like-
upper mezzanine
Yeah.
and everything.
Dating our age here. Oh my god, I went to the Elks Club and for some live music the other night.
Dude,
Oh, it
Elks
was-
Club,
it was
it's hella
amazing.
funny, man. Like, okay, so there's pictures on the wall of all the exalted leaders for the last since. It's crazy. It's been going on since like 1884
That's
or
up here on
something
8th
like
Street,
that.
right?
Yeah.
The one
No.
like-
No, that's
No.
the Masonic
This is-
Temple.
oh, the one
No,
downtown.
downtown
Yeah, okay.
on the corner
Yeah.
right above the spa.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
And
about.
they have
Well, and so that's actually the one of 2 buildings, because you'll notice just around the corner where the church is, it has the BPOE, which is the Benevolent
Right.
Protector Order or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they had that building, and they were like, this isn't big enough. They had so much money
Yeah.
that they were like, we're going to build another building next to it and make it even bigger.
Yeah.
And then they sold off the original building.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
they've got the Elks and the development of Port Angeles go hand in hand, like it or not.
Yeah, there's lots of old photos in there from like the naval days of when the Navy ships would come in, and lots of. But the building is crazy. We just like
Oh, yeah.
kind of after the show, we were just
I'm-
like kind
yeah,
of
I've
looking
been in there
around, and
long.
we're like, and like just flicking on lights and like looking in rooms, right? And then we like open up a door and flick on a light, and we're like walking in, and I'm like, oh, I don't think we're supposed to be in this room, and it's like the room where they sacrifice whatever it is they sacrifice. I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
sure.
and there's
I'm
like
not-
people with canes and they're like hitting.
no,
the
it's like
floor
got
and
like
stuff,
it's
and-
got like 2 thrones
This is
and like
ceremonial
it's a
meeting
ceremonial.
room.
I've seen
meeting
I've seen
hall.
Eyes Wide Shut. Is that
Dude,
the-
we like turned off the the light and got right out of it. They're like, no, that's where they wear the necklace and stuff. Everybody in these pictures that are exalted leaders have like the leader necklace. It's
And
like
the
this-
robes and stuff, sacrificing of the
Yeah,
babies.
Jen used to work there as the for the bar, and
Dude,
so
the bar-
we got to go all over the
You-
building.
would Jake when he would walk into the bar and try to get a beer, and then and somebody at the bar would say, "You got to take off that hat."
Oh yeah,
No hats allowed in the bar, the lounge area there. They're like, I was wearing a hat and I went in there to get a beer while at the show.
Yep.
And yeah, some member that was sitting down. Are you a member? I'm like, no. He's like, well, you got to take off your hat. And I'm like, what? He's like, we have one rule or whatever. We have like, and he like points up to a sign, and sure enough, it says like no hats in the lounge. I'm like, oh okay, I'm sorry.
Weirdos.
I've played darts, so they usually field a dart team, and so I've gone there for dart league a lot, and yeah, all those. Well, same thing with the Moose as well. As being a fraternal organization, you got to sign in and membership and all these rules, and it's just like,
Yeah.
dude, I hate going to those places because I just want to go to a place, grab a drink, throw some darts. I don't want to have to like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
have a
Put in
conversation
documentation
about it.
that I
Yeah.
was there.
It's just dumb.
Right.
I hate
Yeah.
them.
And I wasn't wearing a hat.
Well, so what do you think? Should we take a break here? And
No, let's keep
Come
on
on.
talking about the Elks. no.
Come on
It's
back.
we're about on that point. I don't think I had anything else to talk about with the concert and stuff. Like I said, it was fucking amazing. We went back to the hotel. We got back at like 1:30, and like Jason was, thank you fucking so much, Jason. Jason was the sober driver, and we were a little tuned up when we got back because like after the concert we went and got some food at this place called Buckley's in
Good
Seattle.
old Buckley's.
Oh my god, it was so awesome, and we were like a
what
couple
kind of store
minutes.
is Buckley's? Are you looking it up, Will?
No, I mean,
No,
I can.
yeah, no, it's like a bar. It's like a
Okay.
bar and food place. And like we got in there 5 minutes before, and I was like, I work with food service, so I'm so sorry, but we will tip really, really well. I gave him a fucking awesome tip. But we got food and stuff, and then this huge group of people showed up like 5 minutes after us. And it was like 13 people or something, and they were coming from the concert. And like they didn't get to get food.
Oh shit!
And we're
Sorry, guys.
eating our food, and like Phil got some sliders, and they gave him a couple extra sliders, probably because it was like end of the night, so they
Yeah.
like, just make it all up and
Finish off this thing.
and
Empty container.
This
yeah.
chick like leans over and goes, "I will give you," and it's $8 for the sliders. I will give you $10 for one of those sliders right now. And Phil's like,
Deal.
give me $5. Here's a slider. And she's like, oh, like enjoying this shit out of it. And then her friend goes to take a bite and just goes, and we're like, what's up? And it had peanut butter. It had like this peanut butter mayonnaise on it. And she's like, oh, I'm definitely allergic to peanut butter.
Wow.
And we're like, I was like, well, we don't work here, so we probably shouldn't be selling the food in the restaurant to random people. So if you have like an allergy thing, you're gonna have to take it up with Phil over here. But no, he was cool. There was like 6 chicks that were just drunk as shit, and he ended up giving him another burger, and then like I gave him like half my fries and stuff too. And I was like, and then Jason like had some like those little deep fried corn dog things, and we were gonna eat it all, and like Val gave him a little bit of her food and stuff. So it's like we just kind of gave them all a little bit. Like they're like, you're literally saving our lives.
Our lives are literally saved. I had a real
Yeah.
quick. That reminded me of a time that I was at the Hempfest in Seattle, and
Been there
real quick,
multiple times.
Real quick,
many
I
years.
bought a piece and whatnot, and it was so hot, and I was parched, probably like cotton mouth going on pretty hardcore.
Why?
So
Oh, Hempfest. That's right.
Hempfest, yeah, smoking the weed. So there's lines for days to get food, and I yelled out, I was like, I will smoke anyone a bowl out of this brand new pipe. You can maiden the pipe if you just get me a I think it was like a root beer float.
Yeah.
And like
Anybody towards the front of the line.
and yeah, the person at the front of the line was like, can we get another root beer float? So, as a whole wall of people are looking at me and going, what?
That guy just learned how to cheat Hempfest.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and literally, yeah. So they gave me one. I was like, okay, here's for the root beer float, and loaded him up a bowl as a little bubble, like a double bubbler or something. It's kind of cool. So set it up for him and like packed it for him. There you go. And
Nice.
yeah, it was a good trade off. But I don't know.
Everybody-
Is that a dick move?
No, it's a
to
good
do-
cheat. It's a good hack.
No, that's not at all. No.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's
then
fair.
you just go
Okay.
wander
It
around.
wasn't like you were like, whoever gets me 36 cheeseburgers and like a fucking 25 fucking
not
milkshakes.
even-
It's like just a real quick add-on
Yeah,
or whatever.
but it's not even about the extortionary nature
Yeah.
of the trade. It's about the skipping the line.
Yeah.
Skipping the line.
That's
Yeah,
what I mean, yeah.
Like we have a social contract to say like people wait in line. You get in the line.
But the people who,
But the
who are
people-
buying the thing did wait in line.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You shortcutted the system.
Yeah.
It
I just-
worked
I just
because you know what?
tacked on an
Everybody
order.
else in line was like,
I should have thought of that.
"Oh god damn!" Everybody in line
Dude.
going. They're like halfway up. They're like, "Next time, the
That
next
was
line."
one of the best moments.
I'm
It
heading-
like
yeah.
immediately happened. I was like, oh, the skies have opened up to me. Like, like there is a God. There is.
I think I've done that at like
The
Hempfest.
spiritual cannabis
Where like
experience.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
somebody was waiting in line at like a fancy glass blower or whatever, so there's like a big line, and then like I end up showing up and they're like almost at the front of the line, and I was like, the orange one, here's $40 because that's how much a pipe cost back then.
Yeah. Well,
Remember
like,
how
yeah.
expensive fucking everything
Yeah,
was? It was
yeah,
like,
hand-blown
oh, do you want
stuff.
glass instead of smoking out of metal?
I've seen
Yeah.
basic glass spoons for $80 in head shops back in the day.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
what?
And
Now
and-
they're $5.
And I just like walk up and be like, "See that orange one over there? Here, money. Okay, get me that shit. I'll go get in line over here, and then you can meet me over here. Then you look at what the fuck you want." But yeah, Hempfest. That was a lot of fun at Hempfest.
That was a lot of
could
fun.
be
and it was still legal
That
back
could be a
then,
whole
and everybody
podcast.
was smoking.
Yep.
We should do a podcast about Hempfest.
God, yeah, I went probably 6 times. Swear, yeah, I saw Sublime with Rome there. That was pretty cool.
Damn.
I don't like Sublime with Rome. I am a huge original fan.
yeah.
Bradley Knowles, the shit.
Yeah, but he
But-
doesn't tour anymore.
Oh,
I mean, you take what you can get, bro.
that was a good one. He's dead. He's very dead. But it was so awesome being able to see the rest of the original band.
Right on.
You know,
It's still good music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
being
the
able
music.
to see like the basses and the
He still
drummer
wrote all the music. I mean,
and all that
honestly,
shit. Yeah,
so-
yeah, he did. Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool. Anyways, we're like 4 or 5 minutes past what we were gonna do. We're gonna take a break
All right. Well,
until
right about like we can't do it like that again.
yeah, no.
It's just like, okay, we'll be right back. Bye.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Peace.
Friendship test.
Do you know the friendship test?
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too.
It's a friendship test. You just passed. Barely. Barely.
Fucking barely.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Small Town Jakes podcast. Obviously, because you're fucking halfway through now. I don't know why I would say welcome back to it. Welcome back.
I mean, we're the ones who
I
are
mean,
coming
I just
back.
we
Should
need
we,
to
like-
let them know
should we just do-
what podcast they're coming
Hey, we're
back
back, and then like,
to. No, sometimes we should just like throw out a different podcast.
Welcome to the middle of the podcast, everyone.
Yeah. Or like welcome to a totally different podcast. Just come up
hey,
with that.
thanks for not leaving.
Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah, welcome to the Two Jakes podcast. And like,
Oh yeah,
wasn't
yeah, we
it-
could do that.
wasn't it? But it was Small Town Jakes. Okay. Oh yeah. So, anyways,
So-
we had a break and we're back.
Wait, are we
Definitely didn't drink a beer while we were doing it. What are you?
Are we
drinking?
actually going with that?
Yeah, I think we're
Okay.
going with it. Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to listen through all that, but that's that's part of our business. We gotta figure these things out. How we're gonna.
We just gotta jump into it. We can't do like a 1, 2, 3 generic. Okay, well, we'll come back into the podcast. That's not us.
I know.
It'll never be us
I just enjoy being
until
clever.
we get that big.
So I'm like,
until we get that big sponsorship.
yeah.
Then we're going commercial as shit. We're gonna sell out hard.
Oh yeah.
No
That's
more
the only way to
stuff.
sell out. Don't sell out soft.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm gonna sell
don't
out
want to
hard.
limp into selling out.
No, sell out hard.
Yeah.
Gonna start like
gonna
pushing
stop
Shadow
fucking
Legions
really-
or
Stop fucking
Raid
cussing.
Shadow Legends.
Yes.
or like yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I've been
Well,
playing
This
we'll
that
get
episode
there.
has been
No.
brought to you by.
Don't worry, guys. We'll get there. We just have to get good at podcasting, so we'll probably never get there. But, anyways,
Yeah. Well, okay. So is like another thing on my bill of what I've been up to recently, and being like super
what has
busy.
Wilson been doing?
The last week, I took a week off of construction and went back into fine woodworking and got back into my shop.
Good.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And working on a coffee table and a kiosk.
Yeah.
And the kiosk is for a surf shop on
Salt Creek.
Crescent Beach.
Crescent Beach. Yes.
Salt Creek.
Look up Salt
Yeah.
Creek, Crescent Beach.
Just past Salt Creek
Yep.
in the
It's
private.
the private beach next to Tongue Point,
Right.
Salt Creek.
Yeah.
Salt Creek Camp, whatever
They
you
got
want
a
to call
nifty
it.
little surf shack there, so I'm building a little kiosk for it. So that's pretty cool. And
I'm glad
then-
I was able to be a part in helping with that
Yeah.
because it's for my old neighbor at my old house that I had to sell and stuff. Happened
Yeah.
to be my neighbor, and she came into the restaurant and was like, "Hey, if you can ever like put me in contact with the other Jake, because I think she listens to the podcast, and because I know that he does woodworking." And I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure." Like, and it was a day that I was working front of house.
Yeah.
And I was like out there in the front, and I was like, "Yeah, no problem. He's right there."
Hey.
And he was fucking
Hey,
sitting right there at the fucking bar.
Mid cheeseburger.
Mid cheeseburger, sitting there with Chris Steele having dinner, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, actually, pretty easy. He's right here." So
Oh, hi. Super cool project. It's going to be an epoxy top that will almost like you're looking at a map, and the ocean will be blue,
Yeah.
and the coastline I'll hand route in the coastline of the Salt Creek, Tongue Point, all that.
yeah,
The beach, and then like
so it'll be like
their little
looking
peninsula.
down like a topographical kind of map
right
of
yeah.
the water going out there, and then
Are you gonna do like a white epoxy like wave breaks or anything in the blue?
I
wouldn't think
don't
so.
believe I'm gonna do
Because I've seen
that.
it done, but
It's
it's
gonna
like
it's gonna be coming from so like it'll be
Well,
so
no, but
high
I'm
that you
saying-
wouldn't be able to.
No, I'm saying I've seen where you just brush
Yeah,
in like
yeah.
white epoxy.
I
to
do
make it.
have-
but it's one of those things that like you gotta like
Yeah.
try it out before you go. Okay, I'm gonna do this to
Right,
a pro
right.
piece.
Got
So
all the-
basically,
I've
what-
got all this
yeah.
stuff to try and do it.
But can you explain to everybody like how you do it? You have a big raw slab of wood.
Okay, yeah. So
And
this
then
is
you-
this is a customer
how
provided piece, and as far as the customer had this slab of maple, 30 inches wide by about 50 inches long, and I was like, okay, that's big enough to do the project. Let's see the piece of wood so we can see if it's
Yeah.
usable. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's usable, but it needs work. Needed a lot of work. It had cracked almost entirely in half. So first thing I had to do was stabilize the crack. Actually,
We're just gonna let that one go. Oh, okay.
stabilize the crack.
He's got to make money somehow.
Yeah. Okay.
He's just got to
Actually,
stabilize.
first,
Do you whip it really fast at that point, or I don't know how crack works.
yeah. Basically, fill it up with epoxy.
Okay.
I actually did that second. The first thing I did was actually flatten the board because I actually had twisted as it dried. The slab
so you had
just
to
like
plane it
curled
over
down
and
on these
over
ends.
and over to.
So I hand planed the curled up pieces, found out where the high spots were, just like planed them down enough so I could get a good
Flat surface to work
good
with.
flat surface to put on my flattening rig.
Yeah.
Where I make it perfectly flat and parallel with a router sled.
Yeah.
And so that actually took a while. That was the better part of like a full day of just flattening the slab,
Fixing
and
fixing
then
the whole thing, and yeah.
epoxying. And the first time I tried epoxying the crack, I actually had a catastrophic failure.
Those are usually not the best ones.
Do you have a seepage on your?
It just
Yeah.
started all leaking out, and I couldn't
It's-
stop it.
It's once it goes, you're just fighting a losing
I
battle.
was pushing the boundaries of what I know is good, and I'm gonna crack this beer open right now.
Yeah.
But I was pushing the boundaries, and the tape wasn't holding to the wood because I hadn't sanded it or whatever. Anyways, all the epoxy started leaking out, and we aborted
Yeah.
the mission.
Just gotta give up,
And
try again.
tried again the very next day.
Yeah.
Smashed it out of the park. Perfect.
nice.
And epoxy, you guys, is not something easy to work with.
No,
It's literally, it's like concrete. You have minutes to make it perfect.
Yeah,
or
it's a
just
two-part
fucked.
mixture, and as
If
soon as you
don't
mix
have
them,
it perfect, it's yeah.
Well, and then you got
catastrophic.
it's a ticking time.
If you pour it too deep, it gets too hot. It causes warping, or it'll
Yeah.
turn white.
And
It's
thick,
just-
and
yeah,
it's
like-
exponentially the thicker that it is when it pours, like it actually shrinks a little bit. So the more that you do, well,
Like those river pours,
Yeah.
they can pull in away from the wood and leave an air gap.
Yeah.
and actually like curl the pieces that like I've had it do a lot of weird things.
But basically, what you're doing is you're taking this board and then you're routing out the water, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be like the flat part of the board will be the land and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you'll
see the
be
wood,
putting in,
and then
you'll be
I'll route out
routing it
a
deep
void.
into it. Yeah. In the shape of the
In the shape of the coastline,
Yeah.
that is found right there. If you pull up Google
Yeah.
Maps when you're
and you're
standing
going like
right
around
there.
the corner to the other place and stuff too, right?
Going around to the what?
Oh, never mind.
Okay. Okay. But yeah. So it's
Sounds fucking. Really cool.
it's a really cool project, and the only problem I'm having is converting the map to my scale.
No.
I actually like paid for a subscription to Illustrator just because I needed it
It's
to
a good tool for it. Yeah.
Because you have a CNC machine that routes it all out for you, right?
I do, but
That's-
I'm not using that. I will actually be hand routing it out.
Oh shit!
are
Are
you-
you handwriting this
Yeah.
one?
So are you just
Wow.
gonna blow up the
Wow.
outline, trace it, transfer, or what?
Right.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
that's gonna be.
That's not that
Yeah.
complicated.
It's got three sides that have to be perfectly straight. So I'll run guides and stops. Mm-hmm. So I'll get the three sides that are straight.
I know, but still, that's a lot of routing by hand. I mean,
It is. It's going to be a
I'm
25
saying
inch.
it's not
by
like a
18
simple,
inch
easy
pieces.
project that anybody
Oh.
can do.
Right.
But he has the tools for it. So my question is, can you use your leveling jig to hog out the majority of the piece once the outline is established? Could you like put it in there and just, you know what I mean?
I could, but I can't plunge while the my flattening rig is running, and I would need to plunge. I guess I could.
I'm saying like if you establish the outline of the water and then to clean up the rest of it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that would help make it easy to just chew through make the negative space.
Yeah, but I think setting it up and taking it down is
Counterproductive.
Counterproductive to what
Yeah.
I'm already going to be doing is routing that. So it's been a
I'm excited to see it.
yeah. It's,
Well, maybe we'll go down and get some pictures of it when you're done. Put them on
I would be happy to.
put them on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Throw them on the gram. because we don't do shit with Facebook anymore. Actually, I've been totally slacking on the Instagram and Facebook, and I apologize to you
It's
guys.
okay. We've been busy. We'll this
get
is
back
like
to
this
it.
whole
Yeah.
episode is like an excuse for why we like missed our
Yeah.
our dates, and we're just like we haven't talked to
Exactly.
you in a while.
We're coming up on a year
this-
since we
yeah.
released the first one.
God, we've been. This is so surreal that we've actually been doing it for this long. It's like it feels like it
I fucking love it, and I
was
mean, we just
like
looked,
yesterday.
and it's like,
It doesn't feel like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, especially like we were joking about coming into this space, and it was like, oh shit, we've already done a couple location shoots, and we've done like in the other studio space we had. It was too
Oh,
hot
it's
to do it
switched.
sometimes. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
too cold to do it sometimes.
Yeah.
It literally leaked and rained all over the
Yeah.
studio
Yeah.
one time, and it's like,
We still, yeah.
and I feel like we're starting all over again. And you see, we still haven't got a permanent space set up
Well,
yet, but we're getting there.
we'll
It's coming
figure it out.
along.
It's-
I think we feel like everyone's on a precipice
Yeah.
right now. We're just like about ready to.
But
take
at the
over.
same time, it's like we all have so much going on in our lives that like we literally have like enough time to dedicate. Like, okay, let's dedicate 3 hours every
I hang out with you guys more than
couple
anybody
weeks.
else.
Yeah,
I mean, just statistically,
yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah, a lot more chat time than.
just yeah, by the very nature of it. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
No,
Better not be.
yeah.
I could
Some people like us, so.
You better be happy with this time.
But no, we're so fucking happy with like yeah, it's almost been a year and we still got like we got 50 views on the last episode that came out.
Yeah, there's just people tuning in.
that is a lot though.
And that's just
Like,
that's just on
what's-
YouTube.
what's
That's
so
not
crazy.
Spotify. That's not
I know we always just give the YouTube
iTunes.
numbers.
That's not
that is
all.
that is
that's
like
just
a shocking number
general
of people. Honestly,
50 different people
Yeah.
viewing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like you look at somebody who's got thousands of followers, but they're doing content that is for the masses.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
this
we
is
appreciate
an
you guys.
oddly steady
Yeah.
accumulation of people that are interested in what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
And we're gonna
Small town Jakes.
Yeah.
Jakes that are in a small town.
Exactly.
They are interesting and funny.
Sometimes. But yeah, and then we got some more episodes like lined up, but we've just been like so busy that we haven't had time to like nail down like a good one. But we're gonna go back into that. We'll go back into some structured stuff, kind of like, hey, this episode's gonna be about this. But we've just been kind of winging it these last few episodes because
I like both formats.
we like to flow back and forth from like, okay, here's like a set
I still
topic
really like
or whatever,
I like
and
the
then
fireside episodes too.
Yeah.
A lot.
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
So we're gonna go back to more of that kind of stuff. you know.
October is nice. Later on and
Spooky
stuff.
season.
November.
Yeah.
By the way, everybody,
Welcome fall.
to the spooky season.
It's here. The
Yeah, it is.
maples
Get your
are,
pumpkins out.
are changing colors all across the land.
Oh my god, yeah. The leaves are changing
It's
fast.
fast.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
noticing that coming back from Seattle. I was like, wow, that happened like fast.
Yeah. I really like driving through Morris Creek when
it's changing?
When it's changing.
It's really
And-
the coolest valley. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's spattered with evergreens
Mm-hmm.
and maples.
And things will go red, and other things will go yellow, and then like yeah, you get the whole spectrum in one go.
Yeah, because it's a valley that like every I was gonna say everybody, all the trees get like different amounts of light, and it's like they change,
Yep.
you know, a little bit.
Also, just
differently.
microclimates in a little tight little valley like that. Your average temperature is different than in other places, and so the rate at which the trees change is different. And yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's a really cool valley to like come in when you're coming into town. It's like the first like cool valley that you see, and then you're in town.
Yeah, and if you pay too much attention to it, you're gonna run off the road and die.
Yeah. So I was
Oncoming
gonna
traffic,
say,
fellas.
one of the ones that I really like, if we're going to talk about driving around and watching the leaves change, is
It's quite a romantic. I mean, we
112, like out past Joyce,
yeah.
like out to the turn to Nia Bay or out to Forks, like that whole run out there, out by the water and stuff. That one's good. Just take it slow and yeah. Take it slow,
I haven't had the
enjoy
pleasure
nature.
of like really doing that during this specific time of the year. That's interesting.
No, it's actually really good.
Should I go?
Yeah, do it.
What mile
man.
marker? How far do I have to go? How long of a drive is this going to be?
Just head out to the ocean.
Well, in 2022 terms,
And go-
it's about
and go that way.
$75 worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I know. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it because like one of the things I love to do the most is just like go for a drive.
You're killing the planet, Jake.
I know, I am, and I fucking love it. But that's just like one of my favorite things to do is just like go for a drive,
Go for a
just
drive.
casually driving, like just
And
by
now,
myself.
by
Ever since I've known you, yeah.
by
and
necessity,
just
we're like, fuck it, we
going.
gotta ride our bikes.
yeah,
It'll have to do.
and then like I always loved to just like go and drive out to the ocean.
Just
for the
had
day.
like a marvelous idea if we like did a podcast in the car on the way to like an event.
yeah,
Oh, we could
or
totally
just on
do that.
the way to a location.
If we just
And
got
just
all
like
of our,
mount a GoPro like up on the dash or whatever, and then like
Oh, for sure.
yeah, we'll skip this guy. Put the
Yeah.
GoPro on the dash.
lapel mics or something.
The Zoom will run off of internal batteries within like a USB battery backup,
Yeah, I have
and we would have
plugins and
hours
stuff.
of. Oh, we could just plug it right into the mains
Yeah.
and then put batteries.
It'd
in
be
it.
like
oh yeah, Roadcast.
taxi
Roadcast.
cash taxi
Cash Cab podcast.
cash cab. Yeah, because he's like driving around in New York while like hosting a game show. I thought it was the most marvelous thing I've ever seen as far as a game show host to do.
We could even put lapel mics on you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
and skip most of all of this and just run that right into the camera. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to
Yeah,
get into,
I
not
mean,
to get into the
that'd be-
technical
No,
weeds.
that'd be
but-
fun because I mean I love doing that too. Like, is also like just grab one other person with me and just like let's go for a drive. Like, let's just go out to the ocean for a couple hours, drive back. Just fucking
Yeah.
bullshit. Good conversation.
Get some shots while you're out there, and then like lace that in with the footage too.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah. And it's just I don't know. It's just this one of those things I love to do, but God, it's so hard to do it now. Gas is so expensive. Like I went and did it. Like I had to go out to Home Depot yesterday, and so I went and drove
Track for
drove
days.
all through Agnew, and went down to the water, and went down to Voice of America, the Dungeon Aspect
Yeah,
campground. Drove around down there. Got
Great
out
place.
at the bluff and stuff because I used to fucking love going down there. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. Went down to the
Last time I was there,
Right
I
down
saw a
by Nat,
biplane in the sky doing maneuvers. Like,
Was it a Cessna?
no,
Was
it's a
it a
biplane.
You're a biplane.
Like, you know, it was the one that the wing walkers. There's a guy in
You could actually see
Swim.
the harness on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
There's a like a post, and somebody actually got out there and he did like the hammerhead maneuver, and he did that.
That's when you
actually
pretend to
couple
be
times.
a shark. I don't know what the hammerhead
I like how
maneuver is.
was it a Cessna has become a running joke, and Jake still fielded it like it was a legitimate question.
I
Like,
know.
no,
Yeah,
it was a
no.
biplane. I said that already.
It actually wasn't. So
Every time we see a plane now, we
thank
ask
you for
Jake if
asking.
it's a-
I really appreciate
It
it.
could be like a big jumbo jet flying over, and we're like, Wilson, is that a Cessna?
That was
Like, actually, no.
No,
that was
not.
fun on the ride last night when that jet went overhead.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was
Sick.
Yeah,
That
that was
was like-
really cool.
That wasn't a Cessna either.
That was the new Dash Air
Yeah.
that is flying to SeaTac.
Maybe.
From
Is it sorted?
no, yeah,
Oh, is it fixed?
yeah.
I heard.
I think it was that Dash Air
Oh,
jet.
I mean, it might have been, but I mean, last I heard, they still haven't gotten approval to fly
Oh well.
because of fucking.
well, according
Kenmore.
to my sources,
No, that's what I'm asking. I'd like to know if they got sorted out.
technically,
But yeah, it's quite cool that
That was
Glass.
badass.
that was like a fairly large jet that
Right over top.
yeah.
Coming right at us.
Yeah, that was cool. What was I talking about? Oh, speaking of planes,
planes, trains,
Um,
and automobiles.
My favorite
I-
Thanksgiving movie.
big news, everybody!
Hey-o, drum roll.
I'm an RC pilot plane pilot.
That is huge
RC pilot plane man.
news. Yes.
Yeah. No,
You are
I
I
actually
identif-
took a test.
You identify as an RC
Okay.
plane now.
Actually took
You
a
took-
flight test
you
with
took-
my RC plane
A real test.
at the club.
To be
It-
fair,
it's
this is
a
not the
club
same as
airfield.
this is not the same thing as a remote pilot's license, which is a different classification, right? That's
Right,
This
right.
is a private thing.
Right.
You-
The-
yeah.
Okay. So there's the model airplane airfield
Right.
down at the end of the runway. So it's out there
Yeah.
Okay.
off of Edgewood Drive.
Yep. We all know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay. Not everybody does, Jake.
It's just we'll put a link in the
No, you
bio
won't.
for the time.
No, you won't.
For the no,
The
it's not
timestamp and a link
Yeah,
and
timestamp and a link. And,
Absolutely won't remember to do that.
no,
to the RC modelers group. Okay, so I was at the airfield for the RC planes, and I was flying as a guest. I
no.
am
somebody-
almost a member, but I sent in all my information, but they're on snail mail right now, so it's just like I sent in my dues and my application a while ago. We'll see how long it takes for them to get
Right.
it and receive it and process it and whatnot. But yeah, I was out there flying, and the guy who I was guesting with, Jazz, who works down at the hobby shop
Okay.
downtown, really cool guy. Getting
Also, his name is
his-
Jazz, so
Yeah.
he's probably pretty
getting
cool.
his private pilot's license also right now, and I learned
Nice.
from him that it takes 55 hours of training to get your private pilot's license. 55.
Like,
not a
and,
huge amount.
and now you're talking real planes.
We're talking Cessnas, bro.
Okay, I know, but before, so people could be confused because we were
That's all he
just
wants.
talking about
Just somebody get the man a Cessna.
RC. Yes, we were talking about RC planes. Now
So-
you're talking about real planes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
55 hours isn't a surprisingly small amount. What
so,
level
so
of
I
license is
I took the RC plane test. I did maneuvers that were required for the test, and I passed. And I filled out paperwork. And
So
we're-
what? Okay, just was one of the maneuvers the loop diddy loop?
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Actually,
no,
that
continue.
was-
No,
I did a
continue
loop.
with what you were saying. As long
Yeah.
as it was a loop
Okay.
diddy loop.
Okay. Have you done the Immelman yet?
The what?
The Immelman.
What's
the,
that?
The backflip turnover layover. So like you go up and then you roll over.
Oh yeah, I've done that. Yeah,
'cause
that's
what
a great maneuver.
I know, day one. I'm like, I said, once you get an Immelman, then you can just do anything.
Yeah, it's kind
So-
of
Once you're comfortable with that.
So you crashed your plane and it blew up, even though there was no gas involved.
But my instructor who passed me on my test, he's trying to get his private pilot's license, and that's something that I've been playing with the idea with recently. Like,
Yeah.
what's it take? It's a really expensive hobby. Like, I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
not.
lots of hobbies are expensive, but planes,
Yeah, to fly your own private
flying
plane,
planes,
you're like
is
talking about.
expensive.
You're talking about checking out and renting a Cessna.
Cessna.
Because they
'Cause
got
that's
5
all
of
he
them.
wants
They
to-
got 5 of them there.
well,
right-
so there's a question. What does it cost to rent a Cessna?
about $200 an hour with an instructor.
Okay.
It's $150 an hour if you have your license, I think.
That's not as bad.
Yeah. So.
But that's like more expensive than skiing.
Yeah. Yeah. For
Well,
an
you're
hour.
flying a fucking plane.
I'm trying to put it into
You're taking a
perspective.
giant piece of metal that should not fly, and you're shoving it into the fucking
Into the
sky,
sky,
and
using
you're
physics.
fucking somehow landing back down there, and,
Shoving.
Yes.
and you're calling it.
He's being
a-
shoved
Yeah.
into the sky.
Like I
is what
would
you're doing.
actually
Yes.
is controlling the car in the sky, the Jetsons mobile. So be it.
yeah. I'm good. I like
Fucking
this as a
over
hobby.
the hill about. It would be so fun, but it's like it's not.
well, it's
it's-
55
not
times
feasible
200.
now, but like I
Yeah,
like I
right.
told you the other day, maybe it's not perfect for right now, but like someday,
Yeah.
if I gotta wait till you're 45 to.
Well, I could do it
How
over
old are
the
you
course of
right
like
now,
a couple of
43
years.
or
Yeah.
something?
36.
Yeah, I know, fucker. We're the same age now.
Okay.
Me too. 36 Club.
36
Club.
What?
Yeah. So, it's possible that I get my private pilot's license and then I take you blokes up for a flight.
Skycast.
Skycast, yeah.
Skycast. That's gonna be really hard to mic over the noise of an airplane, though. That's
I know.
We'll just have to be screaming into
But
the mics.
on social medias, man, they do it. They do it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, you get your pilot's license, buy a plane.
No,
Set
rent out a
everything up,
plane,
and we
rent
will-
out a plane. It's cheaper than owning a plane.
How much is a plane?
What?
Owning a plane is a lot.
How much is a
What
Cessna?
would you say? $35,000 on the low end, something like that. For-
Oh, to buy a Cessna,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah,
about
yeah,
35.
something.
What
yeah.
the fuck? That's as much as a fucking car.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, they're the
entry
Civic of
level.
the sky.
Yeah, but then are you gonna put it in like your driveway? The thing,
Jake,
is the
how
thing.
you feel about flying?
Huh?
How do you feel about flying?
I've only been on a plane once.
How'd you feel about it?
I don't remember. I was like,
Fearful?
Was it a
I
big
guess
plane?
Afraid?
Or a little
twice.
plane?
Were you
When I
afraid?
when I was like 7, when I was like,
What if we just
11.
rented a plane to do a podcast in?
Dude,
Like someone else took us
Yeah.
up and we just did a.
I
Skype.
think I'd be fine. If anything, like maybe my stomach would kind of like when I go on
Just
roller
curious. I just
coasters.
wanna-
All right,
I just
that's
wanna
gotta
know.
As
be
I got
a-
older, like, but
it's got to be a fan generated.
no, it would be great if what if like I got up there and like and I found out that I had a major fear of planes because I've only been on like 2 when I was younger.
Or you got
And-
really
and
excited about them, and we both became pilots, and then we're in a 747, and we're high fiving our way to like LA.
Co-pilot, co-host, what?
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah.
Pilot co-host.
one of you has to be the navigator.
Like we've got multiple hats.
Compliance.
Yeah, the lead singer of Iron
Don't
Maiden.
call me Shirley.
Oh,
Airplane joke.
yeah, I get it.
Okay.
Can you land this airplane? Surely I can. Or
Surely you
some
can't be
shit.
serious. I am serious, and stop calling me Shirley.
Dude, Will's got it.
Oh, dude, I grew
You
up on that
got
movie.
like a steel trap for
I
quotes.
grew up on that movie.
I really appreciate
That's when my
that,
drinking problem
actually.
started.
Yeah, let's see what else happened. I had my sister's birthday party.
You had your so was the did
No,
everything go okay? Was
Shout out to my sis for
was
having
a
a
C-section
birthday.
or a natural birth?
Oh man,
So yes, it was your sister's birthday, and
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
went-
totally
we na-
say how old she is right now.
Does she watch the podcast?
yeah,
Oh, good.
yeah. She puts it on. She listens.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Jess.
Did we? Hey,
Happy
what?
birthday.
Did we already? We did we talk? We didn't think we talked about the wedding, but that she had a really good Halo run.
Oh yeah. My
Yeah,
sister,
she ran into me.
yeah, we
My
talked about that
sister's
in the
actually
last-
got some Halo skills.
So
She,
fucking a.
Yeah.
I gotta
can
get
mop
back
it
on.
up sometimes.
We need to get back online, get some gaming going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Too busy
yeah,
for that shit. That's
so-
how busy we are. I haven't touched
But,
an Xbox.
Anyways, you had your sister's birthday.
Yeah, I know. This is
Oh.
a funny way to put it. Yeah, so she was like, "Let's go to the casino." So we went to the casino.
Nice.
Yeah, and
which casino? 7
7 seaters.
7 seaters.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that was fun actually. I went with the attitude that I was gonna I got like $50. I'm gonna throw $50 at the gambling. And
Throw $50 at the gambling.
I would
Yeah,
like one $50 token, please.
That just sounds
Pulling
like
it at a
somebody.
dealer.
That sounds like somebody who's
I'm here for.
nobody has ever been to a casino before. I'd like to throw $50
like-
at the gambling,
I'd
please.
like to play the gambling.
I'd like to throw it at the gambling.
How much gambling will this buy? You said one $50 bill.
$50. How much of the gambling can
I do?
happen?
Yes. Game
And they're
at it
like,
that.
oh my god, yes, please.
yes. We come right this way. Do you want a night here? We'll give you a free hotel room.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what'd you play? So you went and played,
went and played
some
slots,
of
actually.
the gambling. You played slots.
Played slots. I don't play cards.
Typical Jake session.
that
I
is-
have come to slot.
Plenty of slots in Port Angeles.
I can't do the slots anymore. I'm over the slots.
Yeah,
Played
well, I
way
mean,
too many slots.
Have a lot of slots.
I mean, the slots are easy.
Fill in the blank.
But now that we're done with that joke, no, I don't really like playing slots. I like to actually play cards.
Play cards, yeah. You used to play it like Mickey's, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
the
I got
old,
it
the
Mickey's
old,
a lot, but I used
the
to
old
get that-
Godfather's building.
Down at Mickey's.
I hung out.
And they
a
had the
lot.
best. They had the best bonuses and stuff. And you could do like cheap, like buy in for like 50 cents.
They also bought really
And they'd be like-
bad games that had really good odds for the players.
Yeah, I
one
know.
time,
and it was
and-
really awesome all the time.
Yeah,
And
it was just taking the
just
house.
playing like blackjack with like these crazy bonuses and just like
Yeah, they
Yeah.
one table.
I
Dude, the
guess
bonuses are
I
so
lost
fun.
my 50 cents, but I won $250.
The slots are like a visual like stimulus that are like is like
It's just too boring to
unparalleled.
me now.
It's like
You don't even get to
and,
like
and also
you don't
the
even get to like
sounds.
pull the thing anymore.
The psychology of slots is really interesting.
But it's
to
all
me.
like a computer now. It's like back in the
Yes.
day when I was like,
but
I
it's
pulled
a
the
big
thing,
screen, and then
and it was like a thing that spun.
There's always
Okay.
things that happen.
Here's the other thing they do. They run higher resolution screens than like TVs and shit. So they look just crazy,
Absolutely
crazy
nuts.
realistic. Like you
Yeah.
look, and then they also run them at really high refresh rates. That's why they're so goddamn
So
expensive.
I was running this machine, right? I was like, all right, let's like throw this much money at it, this much money, spin, spin, spin. I'm doing high bets and then low bets, and then high bets and then low bets, and then I get a wild hair up my ass. I'm like, fucking max bets, bro. Like
Boom. Boom.
hit the max
Throwing
bets.
my money away. Yeah.
Spin $6 bet. Come on. Ding 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 ding. Nothing at all. Oh, that's great. Okay. Max bets again. $6 more. Here we go. And then it comes up, spins up, bonus. You know, like bells are going off,
Right.
whistles. It's like ching ching ching, woo woo.
Yeah, getting that dopamine going.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like,
Get that
hot damn.
Get that
And how much did you
Pavlovian
win?
response trained in.
It's like hot damn. All right, here we go.
$12.
Bonus is coming out.
Was it what you just
So this is a
had put
$6 bet,
Yeah.
a max bet on a penny
Yeah.
machine.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Technically a penny.
Yeah,
but
penny a
like,
line. Yeah.
penny sluts?
Yeah, yeah. So I ended up walking out of that roll with like $138,
Nice.
and I think I spent like maybe $20 getting there.
Nice.
So I was like 110 positive. It's like cash out. Boom.
Yeah.
All right. This is great. But a beer, please.
Yeah.
yeah. Went and got a beer, and then was like just like taking it slow. Got onto another one that I like the ones that give you free spins, like if
Yeah.
you hit the bonus. So
I mean, everybody wants free
fucking
spins.
The last, yeah.
got some free spins. Got into the bonus. Won $66 right there.
Nice.
Boom. Another coming up. I paid. We went to the restaurant right before that, and I think I dropped like $30. So paid
Right.
for the
Did you
restaurant.
pick it back up? Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Wah, wah.
Wow, wow.
Make like a ska band.
But,
pick it up.
Pick it up, pick it up.
It was not the same story for everybody that attended, though.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause when you're always the only person that wins. Not you, but there's
Yeah.
like there's
If
always
there's a
like
winner,
one
they take it all,
person,
yeah.
and they win, and then everybody else is just disappointed for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
I like to go and like actually play like the games where I like have a choice to like add more money in. Like
What's that one called? Like Pai Gao? Do you know that one?
I don't play Paga.
Peggy's a crazy game.
Christelle went to like she stepped right up, $10 bet minimum.
After the last time
Pai
I was
Gao.
playing Pai Gao in Bangkok, and like they were gonna break my knees. I was just
And you lost your second born son. I remember that.
so, and I was done.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't-
That's a whole story
I
in
don't-
itself.
that'll be another
Firstborn
episode.
son.
But that's
All right, come
I
on.
don't play Pai Gao anymore. And you
Dude.
know why? It's Pai Gao in Bangkok. Just
Yeah.
never again.
Yeah. Well,
But I do like
tell
playing
me
blackjack.
more about
Oh,
Bangkok.
I love playing. I love playing blackjack.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like blackjack.
blackjack's my shit.
Yeah.
I like table hold'em too.
Like I like adding to
Yeah,
21.
Yeah.
Addition is fun.
Yes, exactly.
Adding to 21.
Yep.
It's my favorite one. It's like counting sheep.
No, I'm so sorry. I can't play it, so
I'm glad that you
I'm
won.
defensive
Oh, yeah.
against.
No, and
So I can't do it. I can't do it.
last couple times I went out to the casino, I played roulette. Never
Just all black or all red
that's just a 50-50
or
chance.
double zero. Don't they have a double
Well, it's
zero?
a 50-50
They do
payoff,
double
but it's not a 50-50 chance.
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
fun thing
Okay.
about roulette.
Okay, yeah.
So it's you don't just go black or red. It's just you
And numbers, right?
Numbers. You just choose.
You can
yeah.
basically bet
How many
on
numbers
any
do
goddamn thing on the
you
board.
bet on
Depends
per
on
round?
as much as you want.
How many numbers do I bet on?
Yeah.
Usually
Tell
it's
us,
like
Jake.
it's like $2 you have to place down on each one to make a bet.
Okay.
So you can put them in. No, I'm not going to explain how the fuck to play roulette. No, usually I put them
No.
down like a couple different
Like
numbers.
throw down like
And then you can
$6
put 'em-
on
you
a
can put
bet
'em in
or
the
what?
middle, and you go for this one, or you can go.
There's going to be a
for the
table
4
minimum
spot, and you can get So
and a
yeah.
maximum probably if it's a small casino.
Anyways,
Okay.
I
You
end
seem
up
upset.
winning the last couple times on roulette, but it's a very complicated game.
Well, it's a
You
very
don't just spin the
simple
chamber and
game with a whole bunch of ways to
That's
play
the
it.
Russians.
Dude, I
Russian roulette.
just by chance hit
Russian
the max
roulette.
bet and then I rolled it again. There's no skill involved.
Sometimes it
Absolutely no skill.
They call that beginner's luck. Keep playing, you'll lose that earning.
I've
It
stopped
will
by
go
there
away.
before too. I've lost $40 in a hurry, and then I text my sister. I said I feel sick.
Yeah, no, yeah. I've done that
Just
too.
like I was going out to
Every
pick
once in a
somebody
while,
up from
yeah.
SeaTac.
Yeah, everyone's
And
like just stop by and
stop
just
by, and it's
run
just
in
like-
and just throw some money down and just be like, all right, cool. Nope, okay. Later.
it was like okay, I just threw away $40. Just burned it right.
Was that on roulette?
No, that was on slots again.
Oh. You're playing with like a computer. Never mind. Whatever.
Yeah. If you go during the end of the month, like the 19th or something.
Wait, no. Are you promoting 7-Seer shit now? They are not a sponsor.
No,
But
no,
we are
they
coming-
have to pay out.
But yeah, you have to. Pay
And towards the end of the month, the casino has to pay out a certain amount. So, I think my theory is
Oh my god. Welcome to Jake's
that they
conspiracy.
pay
theories.
out more towards the end of the month.
Yeah, you guys. So just show up later on the month.
And,
You're gonna
and
make
don't
so much money.
and I haven't spent much time there at all.
And
So you should take my opinion, my hard opinion, really seriously.
Conspiracy theory advice from Jake Wilson.
All right, yeah.
We'll be right back after this break.
Goodbye.
Okay, no, we're still here, but we are gonna cut it off because I think we're about done with everything. I mean, I'm looking at your stuff, I'm looking at my stuff, and I think we're done. I think this episode is about over, and we'll be back for after hours. So, see you shortly. Thank you for coming back. Love you guys. See you for the after hours.
Bye.
And we're back. Back again.
Welcome to the After Hours, the portion of the show where we reflect back on the episode that we just recorded and usually don't really have any sort of like direction that we go with because we're usually tuned up.
A little tuned down. We're just a little tuned down. But no, that was a good podcast. They're all good podcasts. And
Every podcast is an equal in
every
my heart.
podcast is
Every
a
one
good
of you.
podcast.
Every one of you children
Thank
are
you.
equal to me
Yes.
because I gave birth to you. And really, I'm just happy about myself being
Yes.
able to do that.
Okay. I mean, some of us got really tuned up, so
I brought this podcast into the world. I can take it out.
take it out.
Do
Yes.
your dishes.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, yeah, it's been a year since we birthed this podcast, so yeah, I'm pretty fucking happy with it.
Happy podiversary.
Yeah, happy podiversary. Cheers.
Hell yeah. Cheers to all of you guys.
Cheers. Thank you guys for listening for a fucking year.
Bing.
And
It's me cheersing.
I mean, it's been pretty damn good.
Bing noise.
What do we have in store for next year?
Next
Predictions.
Predictions.
Well, you put me on the spot with
I was gonna
predictions.
say,
I'm not good at predictions. I'm gonna say fire, burning,
Apocalypse. Armageddon.
catastrophes.
I was saying predict the next year. Or just what are we doing for the podcast for the next year?
You know, I feel like we're
gonna
always
go-
like expanding. We want to do like these sorts of things with the podcast. I think,
We're gonna go further with it.
yeah,
It's
I
like
want
we
to do,
we jumped into it a year ago, not knowing anything about podcasting. And
Do you remember
we're-
trying to
we're
record with
here.
the old equipment?
Oh my god! Oh my god! The old stuff.
Yeah, I had to wind it up.
Oh,
I remember, like
it's
it's
like,
like
we had to
click,
stop
click,
it
click,
once
click,
in a while
click, click,
and like
click, click, click.
rewind the microphones so they'd actually work.
Throw coal on the fire to keep the
Yeah,
boiler
keep
running.
the
Right,
generator going. We had to fill it up with gas like every 30 minutes. That's why we had to make the 30-minute break halfway through. So you guys didn't know we had to refill the generator with gas, just to keep the podcast going. But we've come a long way in the last year,
Yeah, it's
and I feel like we're gonna go even further in the next year, and maybe we'll start to get down to some little bit more structured stuff. But I do love bouncing out of that every once in a while and just doing these.
I will make some
Yeah.
predictions. I predict we will have a permanent set very soon. And I predict that shortly after that, we will have better podcasting mics, arms rather.
Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah.
They're on the short list of like upgrades.
We're due for an upgrade.
like
We've been they've been working out great for us, but it's time we step it up.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Money,
that
money,
means-
money, money.
Money. We don't have any money.
Right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, bad news for you guys. I find out that apparently I should be charging you $2,000 a year for these
All right.
podcast episodes.
Oh,
all right.
okay. So this is our last
I'll give you one-
podcast
I'll give you
with
one
Workshop Studios. So
So I'll say if we're still podcasting by next year.
Wait,
time-
by this time next
this
year.
time next
this time next year, I predict that we'll have like by the order of a magnitude higher in view count as far as
So
like,
you want
Oh,
like
you think
500
500 views an episode?
yeah
That's your target?
yeah
It's a solid target.
I think that's
You guys, have to,
Doable.
you guys have to start doing some marketing.
if we just like keep on at it and
Let's do it, baby.
yeah
500 views. Yeah, we can do that. All right. You heard it here first. So when it fails, it's Jake's fault.
yep.
And
Well-
you owe me $100, right? That's the bet.
Well, if one
Well-
of you tell your friends
No, yeah.
and
then
friends
yeah.
tell their friends,
Yeah, so what we're trying to say is like and
So-
subscribe, share, please, 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 please.
Yeah.
No, this has been a good
should
episode.
we? But to achieve that, do we have to get into the nitty gritty of actually like the coolest spots in our small town? As this is the Small Town Jakes podcast,
Yeah. Well, we have a whole nother year of stuff to come up with, so
because we really haven't shared like specifically like cool spots.
yeah. Well,
but I don't know if
we'll have to get into that at some
we'll
point.
have a
but-
conversation about
Yeah,
that.
we'll have a conversation.
Off-
Spoilers, teasers.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah.
you're putting that all
Okay,
on,
sorry.
on record here.
I
So
forgot that we were doing a podcast. Hey guys.
yeah. Hey, thank you for coming back.
Lollipops and backflips. What's up?
Take your chair home, Jake.
I'm a yo-yo
Yeah.
master.
Take your chair and get out of here. It's a fucking frisbee
You
wizard.
can't talk to me like that.
And on that note, we are going to close it out for the after hours. We love you guys. Thank you for coming back. And we will see you on the next episode.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Peace.
Peace.